thought you paused then.
Oh, did you see me blink?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake. I was trying to... Looked like I was frozen.
I look really good.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Try and keep that in.
Brett.
Should we get straight into it?
Can I just quickly?
No.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm actually gonna watch my Vine.
Okay. Make sure you mute yourself.
Yeah, I will, because I just want to double check everything.
Listeners and viewers, this is the what we go through every week. Last minute checks just to make it a primo thing for you. Liv is now just rewatching. She's laughing. She's laughing, listeners. And now she is back with us.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one. Oh, was that you or me? Oh,
Both of us.
oh, for fuck's sake! I thought it was something else, but I'll get to that in due course. Right, hello and welcome again back to another Heard It Through the Grapevine under lockdown. What scenario? Is it a scenario or a thing? Lockdown instructions. What's wrong?
I guess it's a compulsory.
You're fiddling with your ears. You're making me very uncomfortable.
I
don't know.
My brother's come back in from the garden, so I'm feeling nervous.
Oh God, he's always on the prowl. We didn't get any of George last week. We had Carlos, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
much lighter,
maybe
a lighter edition.
what
Literally.
Carlos is all.
And
figuratively.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm Robert Crawford, and as you know, that is Olivia Hobson. How are you, Liv? How was your week?
Yes, fine. Been quite busy.
I saw actually you posted on Instagram. You painted those rocks, didn't you?
Yeah, I did paint some rocks.
Oh, how was it? Was it a meditative experience?
Yeah, I did it in the garden. I was getting my tan on while I was doing it.
Nice.
Toby did it with me. My ones were nicer, and I actually gave the two that I made to my nan.
Oh, that is sweet, actually.
Yeah.
Did you disinfect them before you gave them to her?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well done. That's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good deed then. That's your good deed of the week done.
Mm.
So now you can be an absolute wanker as usual.
Yeah. I'm going to paint some more.
Are you doing requests? Are you doing commissions?
I can do if you want.
Yeah, listen. Okay, I'll think of something. Maybe paint a vine.
Oh my God, that would be such a good idea.
Paint the vine on the rocks.
My colour range is quite limited because I've only got like sample wall colours.
Right, okay, fine. What's that? Magnolia, mint green, cherry red.
Oh no, I've got red.
Oh, I thought you were doing a pretend freeze then, but you actually did freeze. But then you did come. I was like, that was a good one. I actually thought that was a really good one.
Thank you.
I'm afraid it wasn't a fake one.
How's your week been?
It's good. My ankle's made me limited. Limited what I can do.
Still hurting.
It's still hurting. Like last night, it started to hurt again, but not my ankle, my actual leg. But I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure that's normal.
Yeah.
Who knows? Week-wise, what did we get up to? I had fish and chips on Friday.
Nice.
That was good. We've redone our garden, and I've just been maintaining that. Apart from that, nothing. We did actually. I say nothing. Big news happened this week. We've been rocked to our core down in East Dulwich with this news.
Is this
You know-
something you've already told me?
No, you know
Okay.
Beans.
Yeah.
It turns out she is a he.
I thought you like checked that she was a girl.
So did I. There's nothing there. There's no balls. All right. But Georgia then had a little look. I don't know why, but she did. And she saw a little thing poking through the fur. And apparently that is a cat's penis.
That's a willy.
So Beans is a little boy.
I guess at least you called him Beans because it's
Yeah, it's
unisex
quite-
name.
Yeah, exactly. It can be used. But to be fair, when we found out Beans' actual name, which is, as listeners will know, Cosmo, it had a blue pendant, kind of, gender, whatever. And Cosmo is quite a boy's name. You wouldn't name a girl Cosmo.
I think we actually said that
Yeah, I think
when
we
you
did.
said about Cosmo. We said, "Oh, that's quite a boy. It's like quite a laddie name."
Come on, lads.
Little lad.
Yeah. Well,
Do you feel sad about it, or
it has changed the way I feel about him.
Okay.
Not because it's just, I don't know. It's just, you think you know someone and then they
quite a big thing to not know about someone?
I know, exactly.
Like
But
when
it shouldn't
someone says you think you know someone, they're not normally talking about something that extreme.
Yeah. You think you've seen someone's genitalia, but
You literally did think you'd seen it.
or not. The reason why we thought it is because we didn't. But it does. I don't know. It's just. So it turns out the other cats are trying to fight him, not have sex with him. So
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
that explains it.
he's quite a pretty boy, isn't he?
He is a very pretty boy.
He did
he's
look like a pretty girl.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's the most. He's the prettiest boy I've seen for a long time.
Wow.
And yeah, it's going to be a weird thing, but we're just going to have to get through it. And I'm sure our relationship will last a long time, hopefully.
So you're still seeing Beans?
Came in this morning. I was in bed. My feet were under the duvet. I moved them. He leapt across the bed to try and catch my foot. Then went a bit mental. And then, so he comes through our bedroom window because we're a ground floor flat, bedroom window. And then he leapt to try and get out of the room because he had a bit of a mental moment. And the window wasn't open. So he just jumped, bang, into the window and then was obviously embarrassed and then hid under our bed for about 5 minutes.
Oh.
And we were like, "Yeah, all right, mate." But
and he was like, "Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, just get over it."
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, just for God's sake, I'm fine. I just jumped into a window. We've all done it. Have you ever walked into a glass door?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's quite embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never done it like so that I've really hurt myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see videos of people walking like entrances to banks and they like smash the glass. How quickly do you have to be walking to smash glass?
That's what I mean. Like I don't get how people really hurt themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because surely you kind of realize when you're like hit like really close and then you kind of slow down.
Yeah, like, oh, he looks familiar. Bang. I'm pretty sure I have something I would have done. But
actually I've just remembered Carlos had a big day yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So Carlos and Bella, they don't swim.
Right.
You put them in, we like bath them and they're fine. No, they just deal with it. But they don't ever like go into, a river or anything.
Right. Well, I mean, okay.
Well, some dogs are like that, aren't they?
Yeah, I was
And
about to say
it.
what dog does, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Loads of dogs do.
And Carlos went in the water yesterday by choice.
What water?
So we were walking them and George, we were in sort of Chorleywood and there's a really nice little sort of river end.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's kind of like a little pool and there's a bridge over it. And George wanted to go in, so George went in with his trainers on. Me and Mum were just watching, and Carlos just followed him into the water, and it was so cute. Yeah. And then all day, George kept saying he was so proud of him. It was so cute.
That is sweet.
I love that little thing.
Tune in next week for more cat dog stories on your favourite Vine podcast. Shall we begin?
Yeah.
I keep crinkling stuff, and it's sorry, I've got a lot of rubbish around me in the living room. Right, so it's my go, is it? First.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've done a bit of different thing this week that I think could be exciting, but it hasn't paid dividend yet. Okay.
Okay.
So my Vine, I'll describe it just for starters. So we're on. The Vine starts, and we're on like a stairway, and it's pointing to what I imagine is the living room, but it's on a corner. Okay.
Yeah.
You see a big TV. It's quite an old TV. Like it's got a big back, or has it?
Yeah.
I might be misremembering it. A man comes round the corner carrying a plate and a drink. To which happens, what happens is, from the camera is a shout. Ugh! And what happens is this man gets scared, lets out a very petite scream, and says, "Stop! I could have dropped my croissant."
Stop! I could have dropped my croissant.
I know this one.
It's a very, very famous one. I think it's one of the most famous. So I looked online, and I watched the video on YouTube, and then I don't know, how did I find it? Oh, I just put croissant Vine guy, right?
Yeah.
And then so it took me to Vine. The website still, like, you can, on certain ones, you can still look at people's stuff.
Yeah, I found that.
So that made me look for my stuff, but I couldn't remember my login or my stuff. Anyway, whatever. Because I really want people to know that it was a good Vine. So it came up with Terrell McCaskill is the person who shot the Vine, I think, right?
Okay.
And so it came up with @TerryJr12 is his Instagram. So I went on our Instagram and messaged him. I said, "Hi, Terry.
Oh my
Hope
God.
you're coping well during the lockdown. I've just got a question for you. Are you the croissant Vine guy?" To which he replied, nothing. He hasn't replied yet.
I was going to say.
But he's in America, and they're like 8 hours behind, aren't they?
What, so did you message him like an hour ago?
Yeah, I messaged him about 10 o'clock this morning, and I was doing my research. So
okay.
I think we might not get anything until past this pod, which if we do, I will just, I'll post something on Instagram or something. If you can.
Yeah.
But, getting more into the detail of the Vine, it looks to me that there are crisps on the plate that he's carrying, crisps or chips, as they would call them in America. So I'm assuming that it's a savoury croissant, maybe a ham and cheese, warmed ham and cheese. Very nice, very nice. So I originally thought that Terry JR12, Junior 12, also, you know, there's a chemistry between us because my Instagram has got Junior in the
even though
thing,
you're
JR.
not actually a junior.
Well, I mean, I'm not a junior, but I am a junior of that moniker that I use. So
Right, okay.
I actually am a junior. Thank you, Livia. So I stumbled upon a fact that they've got. I looked up online on YouTube. So Terry Junior 12 or Terrell McCaskill is a YouTuber, right? But he does music, and he's. I don't want to say this just in case he gets in contact and listens to this episode in a bad way. He's a fan of God. Okay. That's fine.
How could you say that in a bad way?
You know, people get very touchy about their religion.
Okay,
I wanna
okay.
put my foot in it about stuff. I don't want to be seen mocking someone's religion. He's very into God, and he sings God songs. Is that what they're Christian
Hymns?
stuff? Hymns. But him and his brother do it, and they've got a YouTube God songs.
God songs.
I'll get back onto God songs in a bit, actually, and listeners will know why.
Okay.
It actually got played. Sorry, they've got a YouTube called Brother. I don't know if it's called. It's just called Brother, their channel.
Right.
And so it's two brothers doing it. It's funny that one's called Terry and one's called Terrell. It's like that's good. I like it. So doing some more research. This actually Vine got played on Ellen. It got like highlighted.
Wow.
She said, I know Ellen's not the most popular person at the moment because she complained about living in a prison when she lives in like a multi-millionaire.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, it's tough. It feels like we're in prison." She did quite a good joke, and all because I can't go outside, and all the people in my house are gay because it's prison. Funny,
Yeah,
but that's a funny joke. But people have jumped on the fact that she's quite rightly, you know, a multi-millionaire and has got a garden and probably a tennis court and stuff and pools, so she can keep busy and do stuff.
Yeah, because she's still doing her show, isn't she?
I think from her house.
Yeah, she's still recording it.
And I think people have got annoyed at her, but I'm not sticking the boot into Ellen, but I think this is the conversation that she got rid of her staff and started using non-union workers so she could pay them less.
Oh, God.
I don't know if that's her or the production company, because I'm sure that she does run her production company, but, you know, people make decisions above certain people for shit reasons. Anyway, This isn't about Ellen. So she said that. So it got played on that. So it was quite a big hit when it came out in 2014, I think it was. So a few of the comments. John Pon 3 months ago said, I love that he wasn't even that scared, but it was outraged when he almost dropped his croissant. The next comment is actually something that we've been discussing quite a lot, and we're on opposite ends of this debate. Shad Honcho 5 months ago said, back when Vine was more popular than TikTok. You fucking... I read that, and obviously I saw red, and I was just sat there seething, like I'm just about to start. Yeah, well, fucking TikTok shit, which it is. But then Freeze Me 360 went back to Shad Honcho, said TikTok wishes it could have dropped its croissant. Exactly. TikTok wishes it was Vine. Vine was the best.
I like that.
Vine wasn't, you know, whatever. TikTok wankers. And then Eligio 1 year ago says, but seriously, he could have dropped his croissant. There was also a lot of attention placed on the way he says croissant, which personally reminded me of the lyric in the Kanye West song "I Am a God," where he says, "Hurry up with my damn croissants," like that. And sure enough, if you go on the video to that song, someone has commented, "Stop! I could have dropped my croissant." So it's gone further. I thought I was about to say and proclaim that this is the first Vine to influence a rap album, but unfortunately, that album came out about 6 months before this Vine first got posted. So I was like, oh my God, have they influenced?
Oh yeah, I think isn't Jesus like 2012?
Yeah, like
I think it is.
Start of 2013, end of 2012. That sort of. I remember I was in third year of uni. So yeah, that's
so 2013. That's one of my favorite albums ever, and
It's
that's one of my favorite songs on the album.
He got so much flack for that lyric, but then at the time, but then 10 years later, people are still, well, not 10, but 7. People are saying, yeah, actually, this is probably one of the best albums he's done, and this is one of the funniest lyrics.
Oh, 100%. That whole because that's all like in the intro of the song, isn't it? That whole intro is quite funny. Oh no, yeah, it is in the it does start in the intro. That whole like, I'm trying to think how it starts now.
Well,
every lyric is quite funny.
Yeah.
I know
But,
one of
yeah.
them is get the Porsche out the damn garage.
Yeah. Hurry up with my damn massage. Like that. But yeah, that's my Vine of the week.
It's a good one.
A classic.
It's one that I'd say I use it in everyday life.
Yeah, anytime you're scared, anytime anyone jumps out of you, it's a way of,
Yeah,
being
and
all right.
he's got quite a high pitched voice, isn't he?
Ha! Like that.
Yeah. What does he say? He said I could have dropped my croissant. Is that what he says?
Let me just go back to my notes. Which is, oh God.
Or is it you nearly made me? Yeah, I think it's I could have.
I don't know.
Dropped my
Actually.
croissant.
I could have. Yeah. Stop! I could have dropped my croissant. Like that. It's such venom in the croissant.
There's also another you know that other Vine where that guy jumps and he goes like that.
Yeah. I'm not even scared.
The karate.
Does the
hand really
karate.
quickly.
And he goes, he's like such a, it's such a, oh, I wasn't even bothered. And he just does that and like brushes his hair. Oh, we could have saved that for another week, but I
I
suppose it doesn't
know.
really
We can
work.
cut that out.
We can, no, we'll keep that in. Keep that in just for that bit on the video. Yeah, how would you rate that Vine?
I'll give it an 8.2.
I'm happy with that. Thank you very much. I'll let Terry Jr. 12 know. I really hope he replies. I might take my phone off thingy because he might have just woken up. What time is it? I don't know where he's from, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Which-
do you even know where he's from?
Like the eastern, is it eastern seaboard? Isn't it 5 hours?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, so it's 1:30 now. So it's still quite early for him, to be fair. 8:30. It's probably,
And that's if he's literally on the.
and that's if he's on that. Whereas if he's in LA, it's 8 hours, so he's still sound asleep.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I can't really
hopefully
tell
in the
by his
next-
accent either.
no. Hopefully in the next few weeks we'll get a response out of him.
That's good. We should start doing that.
And maybe we should reach out to the Viners themselves.
Yeah, because we do
Oh my
give them
God.
credit.
That would be, I think that is the next step.
Yeah, I think it is.
I like how we have our production meetings halfway through a podcast as well. It's great. Maybe we should do that.
Yeah,
Right.
our plan of action.
A POA. Listeners, if we don't do that, you know that we just couldn't be bothered, to be honest. Or it's, I did feel very awkward sending that message because I thought,
Yeah, I can imagine.
yeah. Well, anyway. What's your Vine?
Mine is.
The look of worry in your eyes. Is there a George approaching?
No, there's not. There's not.
All right. It's always when you're about to do your Vine as
I
well.
know, how weird
Just
is that?
walks in.
Mine's like, I don't know how I feel about mine. I think it's a good one. I think it's
Okay.
good, but I wouldn't say it's like a really classic Vine. It's on a lot of compilations.
Do you find that we've done quite a few Vines now? Like we're in, this will be our 26th, maybe 27th Vine that we've
Yeah.
spoken about. Do you feel like it is starting to get slim pickings of like brilliant ones that are
yeah, they're really
like
good
the
ones.
best? Yeah, we're starting to go into a subcategory, but
There are quite a few though. So there was one I wanted to do today. The one I actually said to you, I've thought of. But there's too much to write, and I didn't have time. So I was like, oh, I
Right,
need to do
we'll
this
do that
another
next
where I
week.
got time. Yeah. But that one's really good. There are quite a
there
lot
are
of good
actually
ones.
thinking about it. I've still got like 20, 25 on that list that I wrote, and it keeps getting added to every time I watch a Vine thing for new stuff.
And we've still got that one that we were going to dedicate a whole episode to.
Yes, we do. Wow, that'll be like
I watched that
that'll
one
be
the other day, and I was like, oh, I still need to do that.
well, we need to actually have a chat about that,
Mm.
a proper chat, and maybe that's a post quarantine special when we're all out,
It'll have to be, yeah.
able to be in the same room. We'll do that
Yeah.
one. Fine.
And we
Right.
we mentioned a couple of my apps. We mentioned my favorite in like the first episode, and I can't really go back and do it, which is kind of, I'm gutted about that.
Well, maybe if we're losing, if we're pressed for time one week, we'll just go back and be like, right, that one's good.
Yeah, because they still need to be done.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Mine is set at a theme park, I believe.
Okay.
Let me
Try to wrap my brain. No, not got anything yet.
Park.
Okay.
Yeah, an amusement park.
An
An
amusement
amusement park. There's a parade going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I knew that would give it away. So yeah, there's a parade going on, and there's obviously a SpongeBob float
Mm-hmm.
where there's
Yeah. Where do you think that?
SpongeBob characters.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I haven't found where it is.
Because there isn't one. They're not Disney, are they? SpongeBob.
No, they Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
What channel is SpongeBob on? Did you still watch
I don't know.
SpongeBob?
No, it was past my time. Actually, it wasn't past my time. I just never understood it, to be honest.
I used to love SpongeBob.
People like used to. I don't. It was just a cultural thing that I just didn't know about.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, I don't know.
I didn't have Nickelodeon or anything like that, so I only had CBBC. So I was more like the Queen's Nose, NewsRound, and that sort of stuff. NewsRound was great. Lizo Mzumbo, or what is his name? Lizo.
It's so funny, like that they used to be news programs for kids.
But brilliant. Do you remember? So Lizo was the main presenter when I was growing up, and I remember the first time I saw him on actual BBC News. I was like, yes, well done. We're all growing up together.
I just imagine like kids watching like their version of news and just being like, what the fuck? What do they even talk about on there?
It was very light. I think it was light.
Yeah, it
stuff,
has to be. It can't be like real news.
No. 64 dead in Baghdad. Oh, bloody hell. A bit deep.
Like a 5-year-old just watching it.
Goes from Brum into NewsRound. Just bang. About a car that was fucking about. Maybe Brum was ITV, I don't know. But Brum, and then the car helps this family, and then NewsRound. 17 dead in mass shooting. Oh, wow.
Oh, NewsRound. That's so funny. I just forgot about that. Okay, yeah. So floats going by, and obviously a certain amusement park employee is dressed as Squidward. So he's got a whole bodysuit of Squidward on. You don't really see the other characters. Obviously, Squidward's just standing there because Squidward is miserable, like in SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So he's just standing there. He's got his miserable face. And then there's obviously like a group of, they don't sound that young, maybe a group of kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of them just starts recording and zooms in on Squidward, and he shouts Squidward, and he goes like Squidward. Like, he doesn't even finish the name, and then Squidward's just standing there, and then he just dabs out of nowhere, and then the group that are filming are like, ah! So the original Vine was posted by Dion_Dunk.
Okay.
It was posted on January 26, 2016.
Yeah, that was the height of the dab, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it must have been. In just over a week, the Vine had more than 22 million loops.
Ooh.
I was quite shocked because I thought that Vine would be like a bit of a slow burner.
No, yeah.
But obviously not.
Remember, it depends on how your loops are tracked.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so.
All in the loop.
yeah, like you could leave it on for 24 hours.
As we know, the amount of plays something gets is not a marker of how good it is.
Yeah, exactly.
At least we hope, anyway.
Oh, and then the same day, an Insta celebrity which is at Daquan.
Yes, I've seen. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
about them.
It rings a bell for me. It's not like, I think it's like a repost kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like an account that just keeps. Yeah.
Just funny shit. So they posted it, and then obviously it went really huge after that. And then obviously it inspired several remixes, mashups, parodies, and of course memes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the memes was like, I sort of assumed that every kid watched SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But one of the memes was when Mr. Krabs says, "SpongeBob, you're fired." But like,
yeah, I get. So I know enough about SpongeBob that I get that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then there wasn't much else to do. Like, well, there probably was more I could have read about the Viner, but I decided to research the dab.
Okay, good.
So the dab dance, because I don't actually know anything about the dab, but I don't think anyone does.
I know a bit, but I'll let you explain.
Yeah, so the dab dance is believed to have originated in Atlanta, Georgia, from a group of rappers known as Migos.
Yeah.
Or Migos. Did you know that?
Migos, yeah. I know of Migos. I didn't know that it started with them, but I knew that it started in America. I thought it was starting in the NFL, to be honest, but no.
Oh, yeah. So the article I read, so this says, originated from Atlanta from a group of rappers known as Migos, who are no strangers to marijuana. That's how it started. I was like, oh, okay. Is this related? Oh my Christ. So, and then it said on this article, it does actually have a darker meaning to it. And I was like, oh my God, exciting.
Yeah.
But
or is it clickbait?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
so it says, first and foremost, dabbing is a reference for smoking and extracting marijuana concentrates. That's the dark meaning.
Oh.
I was like, this isn't very dark at all. This is like navy blue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not royal blue, but it's not black.
Yeah, exactly.
It's navy. You've hit it right on the head there. Well done.
Yeah. Says multiple sources reveal the dance move is supposed to represent sneezing, something that often happens to people when they've smoked a lot, or like coughing. And obviously that goes really well with the times right now, because you're supposed to cough into your elbow. Yeah,
cough into your elbow, dab. Though I will actually question that, because I've just remembered, right?
Okay.
I will question the origins of the dab, because my aunt, right?
Are you going to say your aunt invented it?
My aunt invented the dab, if we're going to say that's what the dab is, because she used to, when I was a kid, I don't know why she did this, but it was just a thing that she did. She used to go, I can't remember. I'll ask my sister tonight because I'm speaking to her, but she used to go like, oh, like that to you, like not to your arm, but like she'd go into her own arm and like thrust her elbow at you. And I don't know why, still to this day, but I think it was, I don't know, it's something about smells or something. But yeah, actually my aunt Danielle invented the dab.
Well, that's not a dab, because there's one arm missing.
Okay, well, she invented the dab.
Okay.
So she would call it the weird elbow sniff thing. So it's not got quite the ring to it.
No. Okay, fine. Fine. So the Migos, obviously people contacted them about dabbing. They said they described the move as a way of fashion. strongly denying that it references coughing from high potency weed. So they've said no, it's not. It's just basically a dance move they made up.
Yeah, yeah. That's always the case with things like this. There's normally just, we were bored, so we just did it once.
Yeah. So you said, did you say NFL or American sport?
Yeah, NFL. I think it was.
Yeah, NFL. So there was there's a NFL football quarterback called Cam Newton. Do you know who that is?
No, I know nothing about NFL.
Oh, I don't know if he was like a well-known. I don't know.
American listeners, if he is, we apologise.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not David Beckham though, is he? Fucking hell.
He's he's a quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I don't know if he still is, but I guess he was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it gained popularity when he did it as a celebration.
Right.
On a game against the Tennessee Titans on November 15th, 2015.
And then I guess it moved to these shores, or well, I guess it moved because of the internet, whatever. But Paul Pogba did it. He did it as a celebration when he was at Juventus.
Yeah,
and that's how it got into Europe.
There's loads because there was another footballer. I can't really remember who it was.
Charlie Adam probably did it as well. That's a good joke for people who know about football.
The one on here, an article on The Sun.
Gosh.
Reliable
info. They've never made anything up to my knowledge about football or football fans, so yeah.
Oh, they said Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, Jesse Lingard. Both of them, really.
Yeah, and then there's also like Hillary Clinton did it on the Ellen Show, which is weird. We're both talking about the Ellen Show.
Oh.
I haven't looked at Hillary Clinton's one, but I want to see that one.
Yeah, I imagine it's incredibly awkward.
Yeah. So Cam Newton obviously got asked about the move because no one knew what it was. It said, according to a Sports Illustrated account of the incident when he dabbed, when two Titans players confronted Newton about the celebration, he continued to dance in their face, even as he backed away. And then he explained the incident by crediting a 16-year-old for instructing him to dab on them folks.
Oh, right. And then it became... Well, so it was known as the dab before he did it, or did it then be dubbed the dab? That's hard to say.
The 16-year-old turned out to be his younger brother. His younger brother obviously had found it online.
Right.
This isn't very interesting, but I just thought it was quite funny. He said about the dab, I'm a firm believer that if you don't like me to do it, then don't let me in. I just like doing it, man. It's not to be boastful. And from the crowd's response, they like seeing it.
What a strange thing to say.
Tell me what to do. Dab on them folks. So I tried. Dab on them folks. In that tone too. Dab on them folks. He's only like 16.
From a sportsman who gets repeatedly hit in the head for a living.
He referred to the 16-year-old who turned out to be his little brother. He's only like 16, but he's got an Adam's apple out of this world. I don't know. You know the context of this conversation. This is on the Wikipedia of the dab.
God, it's like Trump, isn't it?
And then I like this bit as well. It says, on June 9th, 2016, Cam Newton announced that he would no longer perform the celebration. However, he dabbed again on November 13th, 2016, after a touchdown against the Kansas City Chiefs, nearly a year after his initial dab against the Titans. I read this and I was like, why the fuck is this on the Wikipedia page?
Yeah, well, who gives a fuck?
It says Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard. Yeah. And I'm gonna end it with so the bottom of the Wikipedia page, it says, in Saudi Arabia, dabbing was made illegal by the National Committee for Drug Control.
Fucking hell, of course it was.
As it was deemed that it alludes to cannabis or other illegal substances. In August 2017, Saudi singer and actor Abdallah al-Shahrani was arrested
Well
for
done.
performing the move at a music festival in Taif. He was actually arrested for doing it at a music festival, and afterwards he had to apologise in a tweet.
That's meant. It always makes me laugh how like these meant to be totalitarian, really strong regimes, right, are the weakest little bitches ever. They're like, don't say that. Oh my god, I can't believe you did that. He did a dance move. I told him not to do the dance move, and he did a dance move. My god. And that is not a homophobic voice. That is the voice of Liliana, who was Viner in 2 episodes ago, who thought that Jackson fancied her. Okay, so don't get in my face. That was bad. But yeah, it always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to rate that Vine because it seems like the Vine was about 20 minutes ago. But the Vine, I like it because it's got the square and square. And when you're in public, and so obviously the Squidward person in that scenario has the power, and you're a spectator or whatever, there is nothing better than doing something and then someone in a crowd of hundreds or whatever looks at you and goes, yeah, all right, like when you're at a gig or at football. So I get that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a 7.7.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That's
because
fair.
it's a funny Vine. It's not what I would call a classic, but it is a passably funny Vine.
Yeah, like I'd never object to it being in a compilation.
No. Oh gosh, no.
I'd happily put it in there. We should make our ultimate compilation.
Oh.
And we can take out all the Vines that we don't like.
Yeah. Well, why don't we do it?
Yeah. We can. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but why do it? Okay, fine. Yeah, because there was a lot of filler in those compilations.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Any other things to talk about?
I don't think so.
Oh, I do have a clarification from last week, actually.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I had a green micro scooter, and Chris never had one. So there we go. That's clarification for this week. So thank you for joining me as always, Liv.
Yeah, you too.
Hope you have a lovely week.
Thanks.
And weekend. You up to anything this weekend? Obviously not. No one's up to anything anymore, are they?
Yeah, no. I started watching the morning show, so I'm probably going to finish that.
What's that Apple TV thing?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Is that what you've been watching?
Disney Plus too.
How is Disney Plus? I keep on thinking, do I want it?
It's really great.
Because I don't. So I'm in a quandary with it. I don't like Star Wars, but I am interested in watching it.
Toby is like, his whole family fucking loves Star Wars.
I don't get the love for it.
I know, and I've only seen like the first ever one made, and then I went to the cinema with them like a couple times to see the new ones. So I like skipped like 5 movies.
Skip the whole story.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Didn't they say like the first of the new ones is just the same as the first of the first ones?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't listen to that. But me and Toby have a list of films to show each other, and obviously all the Star Wars are on his, so I know I'm going to have to watch them eventually.
Yeah. I don't know whether.
I think it's one of those things that you probably should watch, because it's like you should appreciate like how many people love this franchise.
Yeah, that's true. But every time I've watched it, I've just found it so boring. Like it is just the same story again for 7 or 8, 9 films.
Or like, I love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is the best thing ever.
I know, so I'm like, I hate when people are like, oh, I could never watch something like that, because I'm like, don't knock it. Just try it.
Yeah, maybe I am being exactly like
So
those
then maybe
people.
we need to be like that for Star Wars.
We need to be so
allow
open-minded,
it. Yeah.
but not so open-minded that our brains fall out.
But don't get Apple TV because it's shit right now.
Oh, okay.
The morning show is really good, but there's like fuck all else on it.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Well,
I only got it because I got a new phone, so I got it free.
fair enough. You talk that, and I only fucking got it. All right.
Anyone listening, don't pay for it.
Okay. Don't pay for Apple TV.
No, it's not worth it.
Any other things we shouldn't pay for?
A gym membership right now?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Gosh, yeah. So, thank you for joining me, Liv. I hope you have. I've done that before, haven't I? But you know.
You need to do your quote as well.
Oh yes. So my quote this week is very matter of fact. And remember, listeners, when you're listening to this quote, this is from an app that wants me to take a second video every day to document my year. And the quote they decided, or the bit of advice they decided to give me was, don't forget to drink water. See you next week.
Bye.